For the longest time there has been a pattern in portraying the concept of insecurity and being different in anime. It goes like this. Main character has an unusual hobby. Classmates find out. Classmates call him weird. He becomes an outcast. Main character meets the love interest. The love interest doesn't judge the main character. Love interest says the hobby is cool. Main character makes a few more friends who also think it's cool. Main character feels grateful and happy. The end. While this scenario isn't exactly inaccurate, in most cases, the way it's executed seems underwhelming and doesn't feel very real. Because look, why would every single person hate you just because you have an uncommon trait? For this logic to make sense, you would have to actually make the main character look weird enough, which these animes don't. Because no matter how you look at it, all of these characters look very normal. There's no reason for them to be hated. At least, not hated by everyone that exists in their lives. And they don't even come up with an explanation for why these characters are disliked so widely in their universes. It's just like, I don't know, for some reason everyone I've met called me creepy when they're drawn and designed like a completely normal person. In these animes, the main characters feel insecure because all their lives they have been criticized for their uncommon features. They can only start feeling good when a very limited number of people, aka their soulmate, and their genuine friends accept them for who they are, which changes the trajectory of their lives. But in reality, I don't think it takes an entire population to hate you to make you feel insecure. It can be a single person's one single statement that lingers with you for the rest of your life. That is how insecurity works. Now that we know how exactly people become insecure, let's look at how My Dress Up Darling handles the concept. The main character, Wakana Gojo, loves making henna dolls. That is his uncommon hobby. So in childhood, he was open about his obsession with henna dolls, and this is the girl who called him creepy for it. After this interaction, her words stuck with him forever. Yes, from then, he became afraid of revealing this hobby of his. But then came this scene.
俺、のんちゃんにしか気持ち悪いって言われてないよな。
This scene took place after a conversation between Gojo's classmates, where he expected them to react the same way upon finding out his hobby is non-chan, which they don't. In this one scene, Gojo has a very important realization. Maybe non-chan was the only one who thought I was creepy. At last, he understood. The fact that he was blinded by the words of one single person all this time finally freed him from a long-held insecurity. At least I think it did. What a single person, or a small number of people said, isn't necessarily the truth. You just need to look around and you'll see that most people don't care. This is the message that Dress Up Darling presented. The anime made Wakana Gojo handle his insecurity by making him realize this, which, I think, was needed for a long time to break the usual chain of events.